We do have a brand new actress coming in to play the character of Dawn. Hey there, it's Kristen, and today we're talking about the second season of Netflix's Babysitters Club series. We kick off right where we left off and dive into more friendship, fun, and babysitting. Consider subscribing if you like my videos, and drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts on this new season. So, you guys know I'm a huge Babysitters Club stan. I grew up with those books, and it's just such a joy watching them remake it for a new generation and just seeing them push the boundaries even further in terms of representation and inclusion and the entrepreneurial spirit that these young women have. This season, every member of the Babysitters Club is dealing with her own thing. Christy and Claudia, honestly, probably have the most going on. Christy is in a brand new neighborhood, her family has gotten much bigger, and eventually by the end of this season, we even see Watson wanting to adopt her and her brothers and just really make everything official. Whereas with Claudia, she ends up losing her Mimi, and she goes on this incredible journey of like dealing with grief, but also recognizing tradition and culture. She also learns more about Janine. Janine ends up coming out to her, and I think that just like brings their family a little bit closer together. We also see Marianne dealing with Logan and like, does she have a boyfriend? Does she not? Do we need a label? Stacey trying to be perfect and mature and realizing that she doesn't always have to be. Not everyone has it all together all the time. And then with Dawn and Marianne, them wishing that their parents would take things to the next level so that they become sisters, and then realizing that maybe, you know, things are not all that cracked up to be. Not that they don't want to be sisters anymore, but that, you know, you gotta get used to these things and it takes some time. We do have a brand new actress coming in to play the character of Dawn. Sunchil Gomez actually left the show after the first season because she got a role as a superhero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So now Kendra Sanchez is taking on the role of Dawn, and she does a really great job, and I'd just love to see more of her. We also have two brand new sitters joining the crew. We met them last season, but Jessie Ramsey and Mallory Pike are now officially like babysitters in training. We get to explore their journeys as babysitters and, you know, in their families and the things that they have going on. So Jessie, you know, is kind of dealing with being a babysitter but also being a ballerina and kind of wanting to be in that spotlight, where Mallory is trying to figure out where she fits in. And honestly, Mallory was a little bit of a pest this season, but hopefully she'll kind of grow into the group. And I did think it was interesting that everybody had their own episode that they narrated except for Mallory. I'm like, what does that mean? They also did things a little bit differently this season. Last season, the first like 8 episodes were based off of the first 8 books of the Babysitters Club, and then this season they kind of went all over the place. So one might have been like the 26th book, one might have been like the 38th book or something like that. Or some stories they didn't even dive into the books that they were based off of. It was more like we're just putting Marianne and her boyfriend Logan into the story and, you know, not making a whole episode based off of one book. I was also hoping that we were going to get a full 10 episode season like we did in the first season. Instead, we only got 8 episodes, so I'm wondering if that was maybe because of the pandemic, and maybe we'll get more in the future. But I'm crossing my fingers for a 3rd season of the Babysitters Club. I'm actually a little bit sad that I watched this so quickly because I love this show so much. It brings me back to my childhood. It's so heartfelt, it's so representative, and it's so inclusive, and I love watching these stories, and I think that they're great to watch with the whole family. I just watched it fast so we could talk about it, but now I'm like, ooh, I want to go back and start over again because they just do such a great job. If you guys like this one, you can check out more of my Babysitters Club videos right over here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.